What's up, guys? Dave from Mandark Knife Works. Today we're going to answer the question if ADCRV2 is dog shit steel. All right, so is ADCRV2 dog shit steel? I use it. I think I got the heat treat down right, perfect. A gentleman came, stopped at the shop, and actually asked that question because he heard another maker actually use the term ADCRV2 is dog shit steel. I proceeded to tell him I use it pretty much on all my base knives because I believe in it, and it's such a hell of a steel, at least I believe. And so now we're going to do some testing onto it. I did this last night. Unfortunately, I lost the video for it, and I actually did it on this stick. Did some cross section, broke it apart, knife held up. I actually used a this mallet right here. You'll see this later in the video. And it just took it. I mean, this is the log I used. And yeah. So we're going to answer the question. And if our heat treat with ADCRV2 makes it dog shit steel. All right, guys. So I'm down here on the floor. We're going to point you down and pick a spot and just smack the hell out of it. But just one quick look. As you can see, there's no edge damage at all to this thing. Just some junk on the blade. This is not a crack. This is actually, oh, that's rust from when I was using it outside. So, all right. Again, we're going to do all the same stuff. So I'm going to punch down, and here we go. All right, got you in frame. I don't know what this wood is either. There's something growing up next to my other garage, and I cut it down with a chainsaw. So now's your chance to turn down the volume. Okay. Whoa. Going backwards. Let's do this. Use the mat to try to keep it from bouncing backwards here. Okay. Oop. Oh man, we're not gonna. I know it's gonna suck because I'm not editing this stuff out. I want this stuff real time. Let me grab another one of my. You know, you never know what's going to happen here. We're going to see how long we got to have it. I don't want to hit my hand here. I'm going to use this one here up closer, because this is going to be a throw. There we go. There we go. I think we got it now. Or not. I love it. Okay. Okay. That's coming back farther. Let's see what happens here. I think we got it now. I think so. Grabbing too much of it. And you can see I haven't swapped out knives or nothing. It's been sitting right there. Just a quick look here. Show you guys how far it's in. I'm trying to do this as raw as possible. I really am. Here we go. Now somebody's going to say the math's give and give and all this other stuff. Look, you cannot deny how far it's in, okay? And you cannot define or say that this is a rubber mallet, okay? It's 100% steel, you know what I mean? So you're going to have something, you want to buy one of my knives and put it through this and do it your way? Sure, no problem. So let me get it back in there. So that's as far as it's going. But yeah, we're not done yet. I'm going to show you the, there. You can see, here's your niche. And it's pretty much hitting as far as I can get down into it on the side cut. So let's move you over. There we go. Try that. There we go. A little bit more. All right. So now we're going to put the tip into it. Make sure you guys are in frame. So, you know, I'm going to draw a marker here. Let me grab a marker just so we can see exactly how far down that's gone. So, of course, this is all off the fly type of stuff. You know what I mean? Raw, uncut. I don't know why I feel like I have to babble. But I'm going to show you the butt plate too. Holy shit. She was in there. No tip, no issues, no edge damage, no nothing, you know. So that being said, I'm going to stop it here, get you back up on the big tripod, and yeah, we're going to look at the knife. But again, there's that flat spot where I was beating it. All right, guys. I actually got you on the bench top where I do my sharpening. That's where I do my knife work. And then, I know I said I was going to put you on my big tripod, but you're on my little one on the bench. So, sorry, guys. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, yes, it's wood. I'm not chopping through anything severe. But you normally do not chop through bricks and all the other good stuff. You know, we're talking about normal use. Is that normal use? No. My fans are in my way. Is that normal use? No, not in the least. But I did want to show that, hey, you can smack the shit out of our knives. Now, normally, if you're doing your bushcraft and you're doing your batoning and stuff, are you going to have a metal mallet? You know, no, you're going to have a stick or something similar to that size or a little bit smaller, or a baton, well, technically called a baton. And you're going to be hitting it, and that wood's going to give. Okay, so see, I'm going to see if I can do this because I'm using my front-facing camera here. There you go. You can kind of see it. Okay. Again, no cracks, no nothing. Some deformation, just like flat spot. I can feel right in there. Of course, that's where we're hitting it with a mallet, a metal mallet. The only way I know how to prove it's a metal mallet is a magnet. Watch. All right, we're back. So, to help keep everything organized, I built a Kanban board, orders, all that good stuff. So I actually have these neat little magnets that came with it. Let me show you. I don't want to have people say, nah. There you go. Look, metal. Okay. What else do I have? A pair of scissors. Let's see if they are. Okay. So it's not anything pulling the wool over your eyes. With that being said, have I ever taken a mallet like that, or a small hand sledge, whatever you want to call it, to one of my knives before? Nope, never. I've always used wood batons and everything else when I was showing them. I wish I still had some of my old videos. Not gonna lie, when everything was going sideways, I got angry, deleted everything. There was even a video of me taking a Brute that I built out of ADCR V2, put it through Locust because somebody made a comment, and it was just big enough where the knife just barely fit through it. Hell of a time. And then there's photos on Facebook or my Instagram where we were chopping down into a tree and it got stuck, and you actually see it come in. I took that thing like a pry bar and pulled it. And that's when my love for ADCR V2 started. It just held up so well. I made 1095 blades. I've one 1095 blade got put through Locust, and luckily through trial and error with the heat treating, I got it to where the person put it through sent me pictures, and I don't know if Ryan's going to see this, but he was the one that bought one of my first stalker patterns, and the thing looked like an S. You can literally see the curve. Put it through it, and it straightened right out. So trial and error. Luckily, I have stuff written down so I can repeat that stuff, but not the point. The point is, ADCR V2 is not dog shit steel. Okay. There's lots of rambling in this one. I'm sorry, but here. See if I can see that flat spot, guys. And you can see that lip where the micarta didn't even. Yeah, you can feel that pretty good. The micarta didn't even give. The metal did, but the micarta didn't. So, so micarta held up really good. I didn't even notice that. Now, for me, these are 3/16 inch scales. It was meant for a abuse test anyway, or for a just trial test, because I'm trying different heat treats with ADCR V2. Apparently, we really nailed what we're doing with this particular recipe. So all the others are going to get deleted or whatever. I do have paper versions, but they're going to be in the book. But yeah, so this is the B3 2.0. And even though it's small in my hands, it still feels good. I don't have to like squeeze to hang on to it. I still have it. It's just a little bit thinner than I like. So the scales we're using now, or I used to use, or I still kind of use the 3/8 thick, and then kind of so I can shape them. But for production wise, we're actually down to 1/4 inch, just so that way I can make handles like this one, how it's all just shaped, cornered. It's very comfortable. It's a slab handle. It's meant to keep the cost down, but yet be comfortable, functional, and all that good stuff. But anyways, back on point. You know, here's the wood. You know, that's I don't know what it is. If somebody knows what this is, I don't know. But whatever it is, it was oomph. I mean, here's the stick I was using, and it actually popped it off when I was trying to go cross grain. I don't know where the rest of it is. Here it is. There's part of it because it chunked out, but you can see how, you know, we're kind of cutting into it, and it just split apart. And so a lot of it, so until this point, it was going in. This is part of a notch here that I was messing around with. So I was actually hitting it in here, and I wanted to see how far I can go to that notch. But I was not far enough because it stopped and then it cracked. But yeah, ADCR V2, you know, for the win, man. That's our primary steel. We are moving into not only ADCR V2, but we are doing AEBL for stainless. We're moving into that now. I do have a couple of them that I was doing in a forge. I found through people, other makers who did it, and it worked very well. But now that we have the kiln, we can actually optimize the heat treat there. Unfortunately, the ADBL is going to be more expensive, because not only is the steel, more expensive, but now you have to buy, unless you have, I believe, forced gas furnaces, I believe, atmospheric, whatever. You have to use foil, and not just any foil, stainless steel foil for tooling. It's not cheap, so that's going to be part of the cost. We are also, I wish I had the list in front of me. We're also going to be doing CPM 3V in our heavy duty knives. Can we offer for anything? Yes, but right now it's not up on our website yet as anything that goes through. They will be available for all our models, I think, when we put them on, but the cost is going to go up. So just be mindful. We're going to actually start doing MagnaCut. That's a heavy duty, and it's also stainless steel, or stainless steel, something like that. And that is upon request, because it would be considered part of the custom, because it's just an expensive steel for a small shop like this, and I can't buy it in bulk enough to make it worth it. So it's going to have to be on a case-by-case basis. So can you get it? Yep. Do we offer it? Can we heat treat it? Can we do all that stuff? Yes, we can. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm hitting 10 minutes on this and all their stuff. And I'm going to leave it raw as it is, unedited, other than where I'm putting different clips together. So again, just showing you again, this is my test knife. This has been out by the pool cutting stuff, so everything got wet when we were draining stuff, but it's kind of rusty. Clean it up. Again, this mark, you'll see it's a literally Sharpie, and it shows how deep, where'd it go? How deep it went into the wood. And I'm going to take snapshots while I'm filming it. It really makes me happy to see that work that way. But with all being said, bud, we're going to go finish this up. We're going to get this posted as soon as possible. And then I'm going fishing. First time. All right, guys. So after all this trial and testing and stuff, one thing I figure we're going to test is edge retention. Okay. Haven't touched it. As you can see, it still has all the marks onto it. Okay. Literally just got done filming and talking and all that stuff, and then shut the camera off. I'm like, let's check this quick, because I was kind of curious myself. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but still popping hair. There we go. Here's some hair. Good. Still, which amazes me, because we did that AST. That's the only testing or only sharpening we did. So I don't know if I still have hair. Yeah, right there. Right where we used the blade and everything. So yeah, I think we got the heat treat right down. All right, guys, have a good weekend, and we're off to do some fishing. I'm very, very pleased. I've never used a torture test like that on any of my knives ever. So again, thank you. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate everything you guys do for our sharpening side and supporting my family. All right, bye.